My name is Rick Clodfelter. I'm Executive Director of Content Acquisitions and Partnerships at Disney Branded Television. I'm based in New York, but report into LA, West Coast hours. And I work on global deals or deals for the US only. We're currently sourcing third-party acquisitions for kids ages 2 to 11. That is the kind of the Disney demo of choice. We are kind of pushing up a little bit in the older demo, even up to 14 for properties for Disney Plus, but really trying to keep it around the 2 to 11 for kids. Sometimes a little more girl leaning for Disney Channel, a little more boy leaning for XD, but gender neutral for Disney Junior for sure. So. What I think our superpowers are at Disney is we really know how to manage franchises very well. We appreciate the franchise. We love to partner with franchises because what we can do is really use the breadth of Disney's platforms, SVOD, linear, non-linear, and social to really kind of build a full experience around a franchise. So I'm very impressed by Disney's ability to really offer quite a bit around franchise support. And then another thing I think is our superpower is our willingness and ability to partner. How we treat our partners from the very beginning is critical for having really great relationships so that we can continue having really good options when ideas come forward or productions are in play. And it's competitive. It is, the kids' landscape is still very competitive, but I think Disney's, partnership piece as well as the franchise support is really pretty excellent and kind of leads the way, I think, in my mind at least. I think the biggest acquisitions we have currently, of course, Bluey is just, it's a global deal that I luckily inherited when I got to Disney 3 years ago, but it has been just a joy to work with that show because it's so incredibly real and authentic. It speaks to so many voices of a family sitcom, and I think that's the beauty of that show. So I really think it works because the creative is so strong, but it also works because I think Disney knows how to, again, manage that franchise and make sure that kids and families are seeing Bluey at the right times. So it's really, that's a really wonderful franchise. Another big show on the acquisition side is Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir from our EMEA team in London. So that is for our kids 6 to 11 on the animation side. It's an interesting show because it's not typically, it doesn't feel that Disney-fied from the very beginning, but once you're in it, it really has landed on our platforms very well and has been quite successful. And our audience is responding to it because it is girl empowerment. There's some reality or realistic emotions to it. It's what a lot of our audience, they see themselves in Marinette, and they also see a world that they wouldn't see within their normal lives. So it covers a lot of bases for our audience. So I think those two shows in particular really strike a big chord with our kid consumers. A show that we have coming up that I'm really excited about is Pretty Freaking Scary. It's the first multicam sitcom that we have coming through the acquisitions pipeline, which is launching this month in June in the US. So we're really looking forward to Pretty Freaking Scary landing soon and seeing how that resonates. So that's a new one for me. And what I really enjoy about my work here at Disney is we really get a chance to play with a lot of fun tools and content and property that just resonates. So I'm really eager to see how this one performs and can kind of drum up that Disney magic to succeed. So it's a good thing. I think our audience is ever changing, and I think they are even more discerning than ever because there is so much content out there. So I think what I'm hoping Disney will lean into, particularly on the acquisition side, is finding those properties that are elevated and a little different from what we currently offer in our original space. I just mentioned Pretty Freaking Scary. It's very different for our audience, but has those really strong brand tenets of the Disney brands within that show. So it's going to be fun to watch that one. So that's very exciting for us. I think, watch the space for how we continue to look for multicam sitcoms. We find that it's still a need for us, and our audience is really wanting to laugh more than ever. So that's important. Animated comedies are really critical for us, as well as holiday content, particularly for fourth quarter, that we can just kind of bring joy and happiness and laughs to our audience, particularly during the holiday season. So I think from a content perspective, that's what's coming up. And we're hoping our audience will react positively to all of it. So there are multiple ways to pitch to me. We have a presence at the major markets, and we're not opposed to handing out our business card for follow-up emails. Sometimes it's very difficult to get through, but I would just urge producers, distributors, creators to keep trying. We try to get back to everybody, but there is quite a bit of content coming through this office, and we try to track it all, log it all, so that we have it, so we can, if there is a particular need for one kind of genre or just very specific things, we have a database where we can just type in a few keywords, and all those properties that cover that one specific need will come up. So that's what I'm excited about, is getting as much knowledge of content around the world right now. But, feel free to email me, feel free to reach out at markets for meetings through various contacts, myself and Christina Jang, who's our manager of content acquisitions and partnerships at Disney Branded Television as well. We are there on the ground. So, we're doing 4 markets this particular year. So we are out there. So just reach out, and, if we don't get back to you immediately, please be patient and please keep trying. It's important that we do connect and that we know what's out in the market, so that when those specific needs, as I said, come up, we can really engage quickly, start conversations or complete conversations as well, if something is not for us. So we like to get back and pass on things if we think it's just not within the brand tenets of what we're looking for Disney. So.